All right. This is a little bit of a spicy one, Loic. Okay.
Oh,
How do we actually feel about how much Shaki lip syncs?
I think this is more controversial than how do you do so. Welcome to Shakipedia. You go to podcast to learn everything about Shakira related. This is Loic.
And this is Callie. For this episode, we're doing an Ask Us Anything.
We asked all of you on our social media to send us your unfiltered questions anonymously. And wow, you delivered.
All right, let's get started with all the questions that you sent us and stick around to hear what Loic and I have to say about our favorite she-wolf. All right, Loic, I suggest we just go one by one and see what our listeners had to say.
Perfect. Let's go.
All right. The first one. So far, what is the episode that you enjoyed the most recording and the least?
Oh, I think my favorite one was How Do You Do? Because it's, as we discussed it, it's a very controversial song. I don't think so, but anyway, I really love that song, so it was really fun to do it with you. And my least favorite would be maybe Islands, because I don't like that song. What about you?
Okay, totally fair. This is going all the way back in our archives, but I remember loving our Devoción episode. I just love that song, and Sam and I were able to learn some fun things about how that song came together. And then I also really loved our Ojos Así and Eyes Like Yours double episode because we were able to have some special guests, including Alma, who's a belly dance instructor and one of our listeners, and also Mark Kaur, who is the music video director for Ojos Así. And then another friend, Brian, on that episode who's obsessed with Ojos Así. So I felt that we did a really good homage to those songs. And our least, I mean, give it up to me. I hate that song. I think that's not a surprise.
No way, really?
I know, it's shocking, right? So I hated having to listen to that song on purpose in order to prep for that episode. So yeah, that's my
Nice.
answers to that. All right, next up. Cuando cubrieron la letra D, no hablaron de despedida. ¿Tienen pensado cubrirla en algún episodio especial junto con Hay Amores o simplemente la van a saltar? And I can answer this. When Sam and I founded Shakipedia way back in the day, we decided that we were going to start covering her songs in alphabetical order, as this person is referencing, because we were in the D's a while ago. And we wanted to just start with the songs that are just on her albums. And we will do additional episodes for all the songs where she's like a featured guest or a collab or a promotional song, or even like the Pepsi songs. And we get asked about like Beautiful Liar and a lot of songs like that we want to get to, but we were like, we need to like draw a line around what we consider Shakira's proper discography. And so that's why we didn't include Despedida at that time, or Hay Amores, for example. But I love both of those songs, so I look forward to discussing them at some point in the future. So yes.
Nice.
All right, next up. This year marks Magia's 35th anniversary. Loic, let's just take a moment for that. 35 years. I understand that you're only covering the official discography, okay? But have you thought about making a special episode for Magia and or Peligro? What do you think about that idea, Loic?
I think that could be a really, really fun episode to do. Because let's be real, those albums are really bad. So they are really funny. I sometimes listen to some of the songs, but like once in a while. But yeah, it could be really fun to do it.
Yeah, I think I'm down. We decided to start with her albums Pies Descalzos and going forward because Shakira had said in many interviews that that's when she believes that her career moralmente empezó. So that's why we started with Descalzos, because it's like the album where she had more control over the genre of music and the lyrics and the style and the marketing and everything. And a lot of fans have never really sat down and listened to Magia or Peligro, but I think it would be really fun. So we definitely have that on our radar as well. We don't have a specific plan as of the time that we're recording this episode, but it would be cool to explore doing that at some point. It would be funny to do like something special for those albums, I think. Yeah. All right. Next question came in Portuguese. Ooh. Okay. So I'll do my best here. It says, Oi, galera. Vocês têm pensado fazer episódio em português para celebrar o concerto a Copacabana? So if I'm understanding, because I did take one single semester of Portuguese, you wouldn't be able to tell from how bad my pronunciation is, but I did technically study it for one semester. I think they're saying, hey, you guys, have you guys thought of doing an episode in Portuguese to celebrate the Copacabana episode? And the answer is no, because none of us speak Portuguese. But there is another podcast that is from Brazil that's dedicated to Shakira. I think it's just called Shakira Brazil or something like that. So if you are a Portuguese speaking fan and you love podcasts, you should definitely check that out. But yeah, the answer is no to that based on our linguistic limitations.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Just so yes.
But I can do it in French if you want.
I know,
Or
I was going to
Italian.
say. Yes. Let's just take a moment. Loic, remind our listeners all the languages that you do speak so we can all be jealous.
Oh my God. I only speak French, English, Italian, a little bit of Spanish. Well, I speak Spanish. I understand it and I can speak it. And I quite understand Portuguese, so... Oh, and German as well. Because I live in Switzerland.
Okay, let's just take a moment. He forgot a full language that he knows. He's like, oh yeah, and by the way, German.
Sorry.
That's amazing. Okay, but Portuguese is similar enough, to some of those languages that that you could probably understand part of it.
Yeah,
But to do an episode in Portuguese, that's just like...
way. No way.
Yeah, so sorry, guys. Next up, do you think we will ever see Shakira and Karol G perform together? Same with Beyonce and Rihanna.
That's what I wanted to say. No. Because we all know Shakira doesn't like to sing with feminine co-star on scene. We don't know why.
Yeah.
She only did it with Ivete and Mercedes Sosa at this time.
And then
some girls during the Las Mujeres Ya No Lloran tour, but it was not like a real duet for me.
Yeah, because they sang what Loic is referring to, if you guys don't remember, is she had invited Dana Paola for Dia de Enero, and there was somebody else that I'm forgetting right now.
Yeah, on Soltera.
Yeah, for Soltera. Yeah, for Soltera. So yeah, those are the people that were invited, and there's somebody else that I'm spacing on right now. Dana Paola and Belinda.
Yeah, sure.
So, okay,
Absolutely.
Recently we've seen a few, but of the like collabs that she made, it's very confusing.
Collabs.
Yeah, very, very confusing. There was even, I think it was a Billboard Music Awards ceremony where both Rihanna and Shakira were in attendance, and Shakira performed Empire instead of Can't Remember to Forget You. And I don't know why they have never performed it. So of those three, which ones would you love to see the most? Would you like to see Take Hey, Beautiful Liar, or Can't Remember to Forget You?
Oh, I think Beautiful Liar, for sure. It's so epic. It's like, it was the collaboration back in those days, so I'm really sad they didn't even do it once. But yeah, anyway. Right. What about you?
I know. Same. I guess I would really like to see Beautiful Liar and then Tekuhe. Mm-hmm. That would be really fun.
Yeah.
So, my goodness. Shakira.
We love you.
I know. All right. So this question came in before Shakira performed in Brazil. And they asked, do you guys think Shakira will break Rod Stewart's largest attendance record of 3.5 million people at Copacabana Beach in Rio this year?
Well, unfortunately, she didn't, but it was very close, so too bad for her. But we are very proud of her anyway. She did really good. And maybe next time, who knows?
Yes, that's true. Yeah, imagine if she did it again. That would be so cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's cool that Shakira is able to perform at such epic venues, no matter how many people come, like El Zócalo and the Pyramids and Copacabana. So even if she didn't break the biggest record, that's okay. I'm sure that all the people there really enjoyed the show anyway.
Yeah, definitely. And the one in Georgia, in Europe, where she had like 200,000 people, I think, something like that.
Yeah, so, I always forget about that one.
We all know she can make it, so anyway. Next time.
Next question is, what other artists besides Shaki do you all follow and why?
Oh, wow. So personally, I'm a huge fan of a lot of bands and singers. I love Imagine Dragons, Muse, Coldplay, and I have like, sometimes it's balanced because I have a second favorite singer, which is I'm sure like 99.9% of you won't know her. She's called Tarja Turunen. She's Finnish.
Oh, cool.
Or from Finland. I don't know if she say Finnish. I think so in English. Yeah. And she was part of a well-known band called Nightwish, metal symphonic band, back in the early 2000s. And 15 years ago, 15-ish years ago, she started a solo career, and I follow her, and I really, really love her, sometimes more than Shakira.
Wow.
So I'm really in love with her, and a lot of other bands, and and from every genres and every corner of the world. So yeah,
very cool.
What about you?
Nice. Finnish metal. That's very cool. I would broadly say that my music taste is going to be like Latin pop, and then also like girls with guitars who have things to say. Those are like the two main categories. So one of the artists that I love the most besides Shakira is Alanis Morissette. I grew up with her. I think she's extremely talented. She's a pioneer for me. I really respect her so much. She writes, produces, is just extremely talented and creative, and really helped me, because the question was asking also like why. I really love Alanis Morissette because at that time I feel like women were being like reduced and we're supposed to just be like one thing, like just be like thin and attractive to like male gaze. And I really feel like Alanis Morissette was pushing to say that women can be multiple things. Like we can be intellectual, we can be creative, we can be determined, we can be political, we can be embodied, like all these things. And so I love Alanis for that. And I'm lucky that I've been able to see her now live 3 times. And I also love Juanes. Juanes is super talented, another Colombian artist that I know a lot of Shaki fans enjoy. And I was actually able to meet Juanes once when I lived in Colombia. I lived in Colombia for all of 2008. And I was able to meet him there and get him to sign a CD, which is fun.
Amazing.
Yes. And then I also really love a folk singer whose name is Ani DeFranco. I'm not sure if many Shaki fans know who she is, but she has her own record label. She's extremely political in a lot of her lyrics and talks a lot about social topics. So all of that like politiquita energy that a lot of fans love about Shakira is like a major portion of Ani's discography. And I just think she's a total badass. She's also queer, so she was very important to me when I was like discovering that part of myself. And yeah, I could just keep going. I also love another band called Hanson. If anybody knows Hanson from the MMMBop days, way back in the late 90s, their big single MMMBop. They're still making music and are super fun. But anyway, those are some of my favorite artists.
Nice.
All right. Speaking of artists, the next question came in Spanish and is, realmente les gusta Bele? To which I have to be honest, and I will say for myself, no. I don't know Bele. I never knew of him before he collaborated with Shakira, and I do pay attention to Latin pop and Latin music in general, but he just hadn't come on my radar. But when he did, I have to confess it was through the Spotify EP that Shakira did for the anniversary of Hips Don't Lie and Oral Fixation, and I really don't enjoy his voice. I find his pronunciation very difficult for me to understand. And as a hashtag lyric girly for life, if I don't understand what the heck you are saying, I'm probably not going to like your music. So he's not the only artist that I don't like for that reason, but I'm not like anti-Bele. I just like don't know him. And the little that I have been exposed to with Hips Don't Lie and then Algo Tu, I'm not really a big fan. How about you, Loic? Did you know about him before, and what do you think about him?
Not at all. Like you, I discovered him when she released Hips Don't Lie 20th anniversary version. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. But it was fine, I guess. And then came Algo Tu. No. I'm sorry, but yeah. I don't understand what he says. I don't understand when he sings. I'm not a huge fan of his voice. So yeah, sorry, Bele, but it's a no for me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, you're not alone. All right, Loic, the next question is a bit of a brain exercise, okay? So we got to turn these things on up here, okay?
Okay.
The question came in Spanish, and it is Canción más depre de cada álbum. So they're asking our most depressing song on each album, okay?
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. That's gonna be tough.
I know. Shakira has some good sad songs, let's be real. So we can start with Pies Descalzos, and I will nominate Te Necesito. I find that one comforting, but also very sad. How about you?
Yeah, maybe Te Necesito or Antología, but yeah, maybe not Te Necesito, definitely.
Okay.
The saddest.
Now, ¿Dónde están los ladrones? What would you say? I'm going to say Sombra de Ti.
Yeah, I was going to say Sombra de Ti as well. Definitely.
Okay, so we agree on that one. Do you want to say for laundry service?
For laundry service, I'd say Que me quedes tú, other one. I don't mean lately. Yeah, maybe the one. Definitely.
Yeah. None of them are like as that sad. Exactly. For me, I would say the most depressing is Eyes Like Yours because I can't get over that opening of the song. And I find that depressing. Okay.
Holy crap.
All right. Fijación Oral, how about you?
There is no debate, I think. No.
That's true. Yeah, let me look. Or La Pared acoustic version, but lyrically is sadder.
Lyrically, yeah. It's definitely her saddest song for me, I think.
Yeah, so, it's up there.
And for Oral Fixation Volume 2, Your Embrace, I think.
I was going to say that too. Yeah, Your Embrace. Okay, we're in sync.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
What about She-Wolf?
Definitely give it up to me. Depressing AF. It's depressing that it exists. It's depressing who the collaborator is. The lyrics are depressing. It's depressing that the entire album's release was pushed back because of adding this song. That it wins. It takes the cake for me.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
I said what I said, and I stand by what I said. Okay.
There is no sad songs in She-Wolf, so maybe I'd say the whole Amanda Ghost Gate because of Men in This Town. No, but if I have to pick a song, I'd say Long Time because it's my least favorite of the album, and It's not sad, but it's sad that it exists, just like you with Give It Up to Me.
Okay, it like personally makes you depressed.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, Sale el Sol is up next.
Lo que más.
Pretty obvious, right?
What else?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that song, but it is the most depressing. Okay, self-titled.
Oh.
Ooh.
Maybe Broken Record, I think.
Depressing? She's like confessing her love to this person
Yeah, but
like 700 times.
Yeah, that's what I want to say, not the lyrics, but the song itself, the instrumental, I don't know why this song always make me think of One Tree Hill, the TV shows, because I feel like it's a song that could be featured in the show. I associate it with Peyton. For those who don't know, it's that blonde girl in the show, and she's like not depressed, but kind of. And she'd be like, for me, like she'd be the girl to listen to this song, and that's why for me it's like a little sad because I associate it with this. So I don't know why.
Oh, interesting. With that question that we had a little bit ago, asking about other artists that we enjoy, I also really like Kate Vogel, who was an actress on One Tree Hill. I forget the name of her character, but I never watched it. But I have seen her live, and she talks in her shows about One Tree Hill as well. So for me on self-titled, I guess the only song that I would consider kind of depressing is Loca por ti. I really enjoy that song. And we did an episode about that a long, long time ago. And I thought it was cool when we put out that episode, there were listeners that interpreted it in different ways. We even had a listener who lived here in the US and whose family was from Mexico and said that they relate to that song because their parents were deported. And so they can't see each other anymore. And so I know the original was probably about like a romantic situation, and it's like nostalgic and depressing in its own way, but being able to interpret it in a whole different context, I thought was beautiful and slightly depressing in that way too. So
yeah, sure.
All right, how about El Dorado?
Oh, El Dorado, my least favorite album. Yeah. Nada. Oh my God, Nada.
Okay. Now that is like more nostalgic, right? Like melancholic.
Oh my God, of course. I'm so
Yeah.
dumb. I was gonna say, for me, maybe Comme Moi as well, because it's so bad. Just like you would Give It Up to Me.
That's what I was going to say about the English version, what we said with Magic. I just do not
the
like
French
that song.
one.
It was a total waste on the track list. She's never performed it live. We've never seen her talk about the English version. There's no music video for it. Totally useless translation. So to me, it's depressing. I would have enjoyed another solo song that she wrote by herself.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. And that brings us all the way up to Las Mujeres Ya No Lloran.
Obviously.
I think it's Ultima.
Yeah. Ultima or Acústico. But yeah, maybe. Yeah, definitely Ultima.
Yeah. Ultima. I think it's the most like sincere song. And she said that she wrote it just in one afternoon when like the deadline was already like that day. And she was like, no, I have one last song I need to write. I have to get it off my chest. And so it's crazy that she can whip out a song like that in just like a few hours. Like, girl.
Definitely.
So yeah, very impressive.
And there are lots of birth during the tour where she's crying during the song. So
yeah,
very, very moving. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you to whoever sent in that brain exercise. Yeah. All right. Next question. Again in Spanish. ¿Creen que Shakira alguna vez regrese a su pelo negro?
Oh.
A controversial question. Wow. If we think Shakira will ever go back to her black hair. I'm going to be honest. I don't think so.
No,
I think if she wanted to, she would be able to do it by now.
Yeah.
And I know she's dyed her hair for a few decades by now. And she has said that like her hair is very fragile, but she literally launched a hairline called Isima, if you haven't heard of it. So if she was interested in doing it, she has a literal corporation behind her now that would be able to help her do it. And she doesn't seem interested. So I'm going to say no. Yeah, what do you think?
Definitely. Blonde, I'm pretty sure she will. Maybe not platinum blonde like she used to during Laundry Service or El Dorado or I don't know when. But black, no, I don't think so. Maybe just like a wig during like Rabiosa and Rabiosa, but that's it.
Yeah,
Not real
totally.
hair.
Se quiere se mata. Is it pro-choice or pro-life?
Oh wow. Oh wow.
What do you think?
I love that song so much, so I'm gonna say I don't know. Wow.
I personally think it's ambiguous. I don't think she really
Yeah.
is clear with her opinion on it. It's just like opening the question. So I would say neither.
Yeah, maybe. That's a
Because
safe choice.
it's not explicit, you know? But I
Safe
think it was
choice.
very bold of her to mention the topic as a young woman in Colombia in the
Back in those
90s.
days, definitely, yes.
Yeah. Okay, Madonna, at the time that we're recording this, is expected to release a new album called Confessions Part 2. So if you could get a part 2 of any Shakira album, what would it be?
I don't want to say the obvious laundry service on or Donde están los ladrones. So I'm gonna say She Wolf Part 2 because it deserves so much more. And it was
Yes.
maybe ahead of its time. So I really like to see her like with all those synth and all those little musical synth and all those I don't know how to call it, like the music she
More
put on this album. Yeah.
yeah,
So
more
maybe
electro pop.
yeah, exactly, electropop and so on. So yeah, definitely a She Wolf Part 2.
Yeah. Okay,
You?
cool. I'm going to say the third part of the Fixations because we know that she wrote at least 20 more songs and she divided the majority, obviously, in Fijación Oral Volumen 1 and Oral Fixation Volume 2, but there's already enough material to know that that is possible. So I would love to know about that.
How do you call it? Like in Spanish or in English?
Then it could be Spanglish.
Ah.
Oral Fixation Parte 3. volumen 3. Okay.
Oral fijación.
Yeah, Parte 3. Okay.
Perfect.
Good question. Okay. Como graban juntas, ¿cuál es el proceso de sacar un podcast viviendo en países distintos? So let's just recap. So there's officially now 4 co-hosts of Shakipedia. Okay. So we've grown a bit as a team. Okay. So me, Callie, I live here in San Diego in the US, in California. Sam lives in Mexico. And then Alejandra lives also in the US, but on the East Coast of the US near Philadelphia. And Loic, where are you located?
And I live in Switzerland in the middle of Europe. So that's a bit difficult sometimes.
Yes.
Because, yeah, it's either you record really early and it's like evening for me, or if you want to record like midday, early afternoon for you, it's like quite late at night here. So yeah, it's a bit of process, but we're doing it, so it's fine.
Yes. We have to coordinate our time zones, and then we use a software that allows us to record at the same time. So the episodes that you see with us, we're actually recording in real time. It just uploads through a software that we use that records our individual tracks, and then we put it together into one episode. So yeah. And then we also have documents where we make little notes for the episode so that we have some of our research if it's an episode dedicated to a song. So we know what we're going to say for Chismecito and try not to repeat each other. But also try to be natural and a bit spontaneous so that the episodes don't feel like we're just reading a script. You know, we want a mix of being prepared, but also not being boring for you guys. So yeah, we make some notes. All right. So this one is just for me. It says, Callie, how hard was the time that you avoided everything Shakira related to experience your first concert of the Las Mujeres Ya No Lloran World Tour without any spoilers? So for those who don't know, I am aggressively anti-spoiler. I think it's important to enjoy the concert or a song or a video without as many spoilers as possible, because Shakira only does that every so often. So when all of the US leg of the tour got rescheduled, I was very upset and bummed out and frustrated, because I knew that I would need to go like on the offense or on the defense. I don't know sports. I would need to be aggressive about avoiding spoilers. And so, to be honest with you guys, I started muting all of the Shakira related accounts that we follow on Instagram, because I am the one who posts most of the stuff on our Instagram account. So I started muting her band and a lot of people on there, not unfollowing them, but just muting them. So when we were publishing episodes, I would just go into the Instagram post it to our stories, and then get out of there. I was like aggressively like not on Instagram. And I only ended up having to avoid spoilers for like 6 weeks. In my case, I was fortunate that I had a ticket to see her in Mexico City, so I was able to see her there. So from the beginning of the tour to when I saw her, it ended up being 6 weeks instead of me being at the first show. So it was tough, and it was I know that I was annoying to a lot of people in my circle, because people would text me stuff and I'd be pissed. But still several people told me spoilers, and so I was really upset with them at that time. But I mean, I just feel like there's so few things that I enjoy to the level of a new Shakira tour. I did my best to mute a lot of people and then just not be on Instagram a lot. And that's really the main social media that I use. So it was okay, but I know that I frustrated some of my friends, and I appreciate the ones who were supportive, like Loic, who was very supportive of me, and he didn't spoil anything for me. So I really appreciate that.
And I still love that you got pumped for Horse Not Spoiled, and your reaction is so amazing.
Yes. Addicted to You and Poem to a Horse were the big surprises to me. I really had no idea that those were going to be on the set list. So I'm so thrilled that that was not spoiled. So I'm really grateful that was possible.
What were you the most pissed at? Like the song you wanted it to, you didn't want to know the song, but you got spoiled. Which one was it?
I didn't expect Las de la Intuición on the set list, for example. So that was a big joy. So this is why when fans come and they always want the same songs over and over and over and over again, I think it's important to remember how excited we were. For example, when Pies Descalzos Sueños Blancos came back, because she had not performed that. When Las de la Intuición came back. When Addicted to You was new. Mm-hmm. Like, we need to make space. Like, there can't always just be Inevitable and Si Te Vas. Do you know what I mean? Like, those are epic songs. And I know some people are going to hate me for even saying this, but I think we just need to like alternate those so that there's at least a few more slots on the set list to make space for some songs like that we could bring back, you know? So anyway. All right. This is a little bit of a spicy one, Loic. Okay. Oh. So, all right. How do we actually feel about how much Shaki lip syncs? Sometimes you can tell that she's partially singing live and partially using a backing track, but there's also plenty of times where it's 100% playback.
I think this is more controversial than How Do You Do So. Yeah, like she's done it for ages now. Even when you look at like performances from Pies Descalzos, Donde Están los Ladrones on TV, she was like fully lip syncing. Yeah. I can't even remember like a world tour where she didn't use lip sync, because two of the mongos she did on Ciega Sordomuda. I'm pretty sure of it. Oral Fixation tour as well for Ciega and Other Tongue. Like if you listen to the DVD, she uses it on Don't Bother on the bridge. Like some part of the CD track. They are not live. And where she speak like and talk about football, this one is definitely like a lip sync one.
Wait, she's lip syncing the spoken part?
I don't know if she's lip syncing or if they add it in post production for the DVD, but on the CD she definitely did. But okay, anyway, the chorus of Ciega Sordomuda, La Tortura, as always. Maybe other songs I can't remember right now, but yes. Sale el Sol tour as well. Ciega, La Tortura, Waka Waka sometimes. It's Don't Like as well in the DVD.
So, but what do you think about all that?
I mean, I don't hate her for that because when you're a star, you're like dancing, running around scenes, like singing for 2 hours. It's like humanly not possible to do it fully live, I think. But sometimes maybe she uses it a little bit too much for me. Yeah, it can help, but too many times sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
What I'll say is there's been a huge difference from the El Dorado World Tour to the Las Mujeres Ya No Lloran era as a whole, for example, because during that tour, you could tell that she was just using it so much. And I know that she like literally almost lost her voice like for life. So I totally understand her being very cautious back then. However, now I think that she uses it less. So I don't find it like overwhelming the amount that she uses it. As you mentioned, her entire like early career was lip sync, and it seemed like that was the entire trend for live performances back then. So if you look at anything from the Pies Descalzos era or earlier, and even many, many performances promoting Donde Están los Ladrones, it was just like fully lip sync. Like they didn't even make like a live version that they just like performed, you know.
I remember the one where she how do you say it, like she
knocked her mic
and she knocked the mic. This one is so funny.
Totally. And the song magically continues somehow. So like we accepted that, but like obviously live vocals are like preferred. So like I'm not like saying that she shouldn't sing live. Like I love her voice. That's like a huge reason why I'm one of her fans, but I understand. I think that she uses it selectively, in particular in moments where like she's focused on the performance, like giving us like a good moment, not necessarily like the vocals needing to be like the biggest thing that shines. Like for example, in La Tortura, would we prefer that she just stands there, or do we want her like doing all of the like fun moves, you know? Like we want a show when we're going to see Shakira. Like she's not the kind of artist who just like sits down and does nothing. So I mean, I would love an acoustic set from her as well, so that's cool, but I don't know. I feel like she needs to find that balance, and it's much more balanced in this era than it was during El Dorado World Tour. So I hope it continues in that direction, I guess, is what I have to say.
Absolutely. And we want MTV Unplugged #2.
Yes. Oh my God, yes. Please.
That'd be amazing. But yeah, shout out to her for Las Mujeres Ya No Lloran tour, because, as you said, she used a lot less of lip sync and playback, so good job from her.
Yes, I'm sure that must have been terrifying for her. All right, well, let's go ahead and wrap up with this last question. So someone said, it's not really a question, but I want to see you play Kiss, Marry, Kill. Are you familiar with that game?
Yeah.
So the fan explained, you can see this as a song that I would erase, the one that I would play sometimes, and the one that I would listen to every day. I think not in that order, because Kill would be the one that you listen to every day. Okay, I think it's in a different order, but a song that you would erase.
Kiss, Mary.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Shakira Songs Edition. So they sent us 3 or 4 categories. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the first category is iconic hits. Okay. So Hips Don't Lie, Whenever, Wherever, and La Tortura.
Oh, okay. So
the song that you would erase, the song that you play sometimes, and the song that you would listen to every day.
I'll
go first. I already have it if you don't have it.
Do it.
Okay. First of all, I would kill Hips Don't Lie, because I think it's a song that can't be killed. Okay. I think that song is going to live for all of time. So even if I did my best, that song is going to live in the history books. It's a song that's played at graduations, weddings, funerals, birthday parties, like everywhere.
Every time.
Song that I listen to every once in a while is La Tortura. I think when the song first came out, I was obsessed and would like play it a lot. So I would say that I would kiss, I guess, in this metaphor, kiss La Tortura, and I would marry Whenever, Wherever, and Suerte, especially on this tour. I remember the first few times, because I have been so privileged to see it several times. Don't hate me, Loie. To see it live. several times. I just remember thinking whenever, wherever, and Suerte, like, is that bitch. Like, it is that song that can evolve and can transform, and she can do remixes. She can make it more rock. She can make it more pop. She can make it more Arabic influence. Like, it is that song that can transform, and it is a total bop, and I love it. I think it's very beautiful and artistic, so I would totally marry and be happy in my house alone with just me and Suerte and whenever, wherever for the rest of my life.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yes. All right. How about you? Kiss, marry, kill. Again, hips don't lie, whenever, wherever, and La Tortura.
Okay, so I'd kill La Tortura. I'd kiss Hips Don't Lie, and I'd definitely marry Whenever, Wherever, and Suerte. Because without Suerte, you don't have Hips Don't Lie and La Tortura.
Very
you
true.
don't have Shakira everywhere in the world, so it's
Very
definitely
true.
yeah. There's nothing more to say about Whenever, Wherever. It's epic.
Why would you kill La Tortura?
Just like you said, I loved it when it came out in 2005. I was obsessed with it. It's a song that, in my opinion, can't evolve, because if you see like different performances of Hips Don't Lie and La Tortura, Hips Don't Lie, like when she performed it during the Grammys way back in 2006, I think, it had like that Indian vibe during the VMA, sorry, as well, that Indian vibes. She can remix it like she want, like in the EP for the 20th anniversary. She did a new version as well. So it's, yeah, you can do a lot of things with Hips Don't Lie. La Tortura, I don't think so. It's like that
I hear you.
reggaeton Latin pop song, and I love La Tortura. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, you can do much more with it, I think.
All right. Next category is collabs with female artists. All right. This is a recurring topic already on this episode. People have a lot of thoughts. Okay. So the three here are Beautiful Liar, Te Couché, and Can't Remember to Forget You.
That's
so
easy.
Which one would you kiss, marry, kill?
I'd kill Te Couché because I don't like reggaeton. So that's it. I like the song, by the way, but yeah. Anyway, I'd kiss Can't Remember to Forget You, and I definitely marry Beautiful Liar because it was so iconic back when it got released that you had to leave it. It was the collab of the century, maybe the female collab of the century back in those days. So yeah, definitely. What about you?
Nice. Would kill Can't Remember to Forget You. I was obsessed with it for a little bit when it first came out. I remember streaming it a zillion times, but the video kind of killed that song for me, and Shakira never justifying why she did queer baiting, as I discussed on that episode when we talked about it. I just can't get over that. That's like genuinely like an unforgivable thing that she did. And then Beautiful Liar, I would kiss because I find the fusion of like the Middle Eastern vibes very fun and very cool to see her collaborate with Beyonce. And we know that they're like genuine friends and like really support each other and also like epic artists. And then I would marry Te Couché because I love the attitude in the song. Like, I just love that it happened that Shakira and Karol G were going through something similar at the same time and were able to collaborate together. I thought that was really cool. And in some interviews, Karol G mentioned how she had previously reached out to Shakira's team and Shakira said no to a collaboration, but this time she sent the demo of Te Couché and it like worked out. And you can see in all the interviews that she just really loves Shakira and respects her so much as a Colombiana and is really proud of her. So I think it's really cool. The attitude, I love that they're both like healing and are like valuing themselves in the breakup.
The badass vibe.
Exactly.
The powerful women. Yeah. Nice.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to have you go first on this one because I want to know your thoughts here. Okay. So this is category. Okay. Okay. Category should have been a single. Okay. But there's only 3. Okay. So get ready. Men in This Town, Exactly. Men in this town.
I was sure.
Yes. Okay. Spotlight
Ah.
and La Fuerte.
Oh my. I love those 3 songs. Like, really.
That's tough.
Oh my
That's tough.
God. That's so hard. But I think I'm gonna kill La Fuerte. I love that song, but wow, it was the opening. Yeah, it still is the opening of Las Mujeres Ya no lloran tour. It's amazing. I love it, but it has its time. It had its time. It's time to shine, I think. I'm gonna kiss Men in this Town because we finally had a live birth.
Yeah.
And I have nothing else to say. It was amazing. I couldn't believe it. It was amazing. And I'm gonna marry Spotlight because I really love that song. And I think it needs to shine a little bit as well. So yeah, Spotlight. Oh my God, that was so tough.
Okay, nice.
Wow.
You survived. Good job.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh my gosh. I won't even chime in on that because that is so difficult. I'm going to jump ahead to this last category that it literally says, especially for Callie.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Our listeners. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. So it says, I need to choose Kiss, Marry, Kill between, wait for it, Loic. Pienso en ti, Comme moi, and Give It Up to Me. Okay. And then the person wrote, and literally they wrote, have fun. Okay.
Can I add a rule?
Uh-oh.
You can't kill Pienso en ti.
No, of course I can. I am invoking my right to kill, and I have every right under this game to kill, murder, slaughter, destroy Pienso en ti, and I will do that. So that's my first move. The debate now is between the other songs, okay? Pienso en ti, I never want to hear ever again in my life. Now, would I be more upset if I heard Comme moi or Give It Up to Me?
Oh, wow.
Okay, I don't even like thinking of it this way, but I guess I have to kiss Give It Up to Me. I find it horrible. And then I would marry Comme moi because I just find it more enjoyable of a song. I know, Loic, because you actually speak French, it's easier for you to dislike that song. But for me, because I don't, it's just like Black M is kind of funny and just like singing on the side. You know what I mean? So I don't really know what he's rapping about. So yes, I'm going to marry Comme moi, kiss Give It Up to Me, even though I never would. The idea of me even being in the same room as Lil Wayne is like disgusting to me.
God.
Like, I find that collaborator choice so disappointing. So yes, okay, I made it through. Let's recap. Murder, destroy, get rid of anything related to Pienso en ti. Okay, kiss, Give It Up to Me. But can I say the instrumental version or something? And then marry Comme moi because the French. Okay. So there we go.
Nice.
Oh my God. Wow. Well, that was quite those are some questions. Those are quite some spicy questions. So thank you so much to everybody for chiming in. I think we should leave it there. There's definitely more than enough for us to do a second half. So I suggest we save some of these for another episode. Does that sound good to you, Loic?
Definitely. It was absolutely perfect. I loved it. I can't wait for part 2.
Yes. Thank you again to everybody who sent in your questions. And remember that you can follow us, of course, on socials at Shakipedia Pod. And you can find all of our links at shakipedia.com. And if you have any other questions that you want to know our thoughts about, you can drop them there.
Remember to let other Shaki fans know that they can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, and other platforms. Participate in the poll and leave a comment on this episode via Spotify.
Yo fui Callie.
Yo fui Loic.
Esto fue
Shakipedia. Pienso en ti. Give it up to me. We can have it all. Anything you want.
Anything you want. You can make it yours. Anything you want in the world. Anything you want in the world.
Give it up to me.